I've been in Nigeria and Ghana. And one thing I have to tell you ladies, they're married.
Period.
They are married, okay? Every single man out here is married. Where's your wife?
I beg you, run.
Run off. Let me tell you something. They be outside. They will take some photos. They have no problem. Where's your wife? What's going on with all these wives?
I don't know.
They just be at home. Your husband is out. What is going on?
Oh, let me help you out, ladies. They are wives. These Ghanaian men and Nigerian men, they are wives. They are in the house on TikTok doing the ring challenge. They're here doing the ring challenge whilst their men are out there frolicking and trying to get with other women. And I am glad that all these women who are in Ghana and Nigeria for Detty December are the ones saying it. You see, in Ghana and Nigeria and in most African countries, there is nobody as single as married men. Most married men are more single than even single men. They move around the streets as single men. And when I say marriage is not an achievement, Ghanaian and Nigerian women will be in the comment section. Oh, marriage is an achievement. Most African men don't value and don't honor their marriage. I'm not the one saying it. These beautiful young ladies have seen that most of the men trying to get with women in these streets are all married men. So when we say decenter men, we mean decenter your husband as well. Make yourself the center, focus on yourself, build yourself, add value to yourself, and have something going for you as a woman. Do not say that, oh, you're married and marriage is your greatest achievement and you're on TikTok doing a ring challenge when your men are out there trying to get with and sleep with the next woman. I am just saying, don't hate the messenger, hate the players of the game. My name is Dr. Zita. I'm a sociologist. I am just saying, if you're not following, guess what? Hit the follow button.
Married men do single boy better than the single boys. Hey? Hey! Married men are doing single boy better than the single boys.
Have no chance.
Huh? When the
Married men.
married man is. And let me just say, I love the married men that look after their women and are not cheaters, but the ones that hide their kids, hide their wives. The risk is different.
A lot of girls these days have zero standards. A man be wearing a ring or have wife and kids, and especially this pick-me, male-centered, desperate ladies up in Africa, in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, name it, Kenya, and even here in the US, in the West. When I tell you no standard, and this is Detty December, and many of these men will be frolicking to those countries to have a nice time or find some of these girls or have a fun time or whatever. The fact is, I remember very well being there with my ex, and when I tell you a beaver of girls were just frolicking to him, it's almost like we don't care. I was standing right there. My kids were right there. They were all over him. Oh my God, are you king this? Are you none of this? And of course, ego was all over the place. Head was big. But I'm just to say how the standards are so low. And this is why a lot of marriages are suffering. This is why a lot of married women feel single. A lot of married women feel like they have to police their man because the standards are so low. And if a man who lacks self-control can easily be lost into these women because they don't care. They literally don't care. They'll snatch up instead of maybe staying to be the side chick or whatever. No, they'll want to just even unalive you, take you out so they can have your man. No shade, but this has exposed this process of going through a divorce with a man from Africa. I speak on it not to bash him, but I speak on it to bring awareness on my lived experience with myself and my kids. Yes, it's painful, but the reality is our society has made it this way. There's not a lot of upstanding leaders also within the church or communities who can help uphold or navigate or guide or support a lot of these marriages that go through such seasons in order to sustain. You as a woman, you can want that marriage. At least if the man is attentive and protective and honoring of the woman is one thing. But there are many of those men who don't honor the woman who's been with them from the get-go. They don't honor, they abuse, misuse. They spend their money on those B-boy girls just so you can feel a certain way. Dopamine hit, have their ego be stroked and that stuff, and leave their wives and their kids to vulnerable situations, especially if you just started with them from nothing. You're building so you can build a legacy. Trust me, I don't wish it on anybody, but I say this to say, ladies, have standard for yourself. Stop destroying people's marriages for the sake of you getting a man. The same way you got him, guess what? The same way you're going to lose him. Trust me, it's only a matter of time. Because that person you're with, because you were able to get the other woman out of the way, because you think you can love him better, to be a better man, you can bring something better to the table rather than focusing on you going to school, your career, your education, and you say, oh yeah, now I have beauty or age, and you're going to get him because, oh, okay, the other woman is older, has kids, or body has changed, all this stuff. It doesn't faze me, but I am to say that this is the realities of us, our society, our marriages. I remember when I was married, like it's almost like, oh yeah, if you misbehave, I'm just gonna go because there are so many women out here who are like getting married, especially when men have money and power, and they know, yeah, they can get the woman, but like the women are just throwing themselves at the man. If this man is run by that kind of attention, forget it. So be aware that when you get him like that, the same way you're going to lose him one. And ladies, do well to center yourself so you're not that desperate, you're not a pick-me shit, you're not male-centered, that you're not doing harm to another woman and the children and pulling, intentionally pulling that man, cooking for him, cooking your drawer for them, doing whatever you guys. There are women who actually go and do juju just so they can get a married woman to their side. They do it. They do anything. Show up to your office, take them out, like volunteer like no other, and they line up. Dirty December, if you have a man who's going to Ghana or going to Africa, going to Nigeria, going to all these countries that I mentioned, make sure you do an STI check, STD check, to make sure you're protecting yourself, protect your peace. If you stay well. If you can't stay, then leave and leave safely. Should I stay? Should I go? Causing all kinds of emotion. Detach, because this is how these men are. That's how society has conditioned them, especially if they have some money. They'll brutally treat you. So word to the wise, it's enough. Bye, y'all.